You can't hear. Hello? Oh. You can't hear. Hello? Is it working? Oh, it's working. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. All right. Welcome to. Let me just sort out this craziness. You can't hear. Okay, everyone. I've sorted it. I've sorted it out, everyone. Welcome to Happy Gaijin. Unfortunately, the music wasn't working for the intro. I don't know why, but my microphone is working now. So I wanted to try this vertical live stream, a little bit different. Set things apart from the Sunday stream. Same deal as always, same sort of situation, except for this time we're here on vertical. um, Let me know if everything's working okay now, by the way. Is that much better or is it still echoey? Let me know. And if not, I'll have to restart it another way. But yeah. Welcome to Happy Gaijin. I have my Coke at hand. It's gonna be about an hour stream, and we're going to be. Thank you, Japan Ichiban. I could imagine you stressing out also about this. Like, Nathan, there's no audio. Nathan, there's echo. Anyway, I've got a Coke Zero at hand, and the same as always, just wanted to try a different sort of setup here. I really appreciate your patience. Hopefully, if this works out and is a format that people sort of like, then I will be incredibly. I will continue, but I just wanted to check what the general I wanted to check what the general quality is like, and it seems like everything is pretty good, and you can actually change your quality to 1080p. Everyone, right, who's watching right now, the standard is 720, but you can actually change it to 1080p if you're on your phone or if you're on the computer for even better, higher quality. If you want to see me in better quality, you know. But nothing's anyway. Let's get to to everything. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for your patience. Hello, Lani. Nisha is here. Thanks, Nisha. Do you have a question? You can ask it in a minute. Boja Pigeon, howdy. Stephen, the countdown does not work on the vertical screen, obviously, but that's sorted now. Can't hear anything. Some of you are like, no, we've got questions. Why a vertical stream? I'm trying a vertical stream just because I want to try something different. Also because YouTube is definitely pushing this sort of streaming. So I wanted to give it a go. That's basically it. See how it goes. See if there's a new audience, if you can attract a new audience. Um, Nishad, guess we wait. We might be streaming. He might be streaming with a phone. No, I'm actually streaming with my computer. I'm streaming the same as always. I have my main like camera here. My computer's in front of me. My whole setup is exactly the same, except for it's vertical. I hope it's not too annoying. No sound. I think we sorted it. Guzumi is here on board and now on Discord. Yeah, thanks for joining the Discord. It's great to have more and more people like yourself on there helping out. Let's see. Konnichiwa, y'all. No audio. I know. Come on, comment. It's sorted now. Bojo Pigeon. I can't sit my phone on its side and watch both video and chat with this setup. Does it? Wait a minute. Does it? You can't see the chat and the video. No, I can see. Look, I can see the chat with the video on this setup on my phone. Mm. Anyway, let me know if you're able to fix it or not. Common Content vertical mode is blocking the sound. Vertical video is going to be a problem for you. Eating mofongo right now. Okay, the echo's all fixed. Let's see who's here. Can hear just the echo. It's all sorted now. Weird. Japanese Japan to the rescue as always. Giving me information that I need. Good morning from Australia. Sound is okay. Thank you, Stephen, for that update. Good now. JJI always sorting out my problems, or at least alerting me to them. So, yeah. Poor Bojo bent his neck. Much better, but what is the idea behind the vertical? John and Peggy Glover. Basically, like I mentioned before at the beginning, the whole reason for the vertical is that YouTube seems to be pushing this kind of streaming to a broader audience, and I thought I'd give it a go today and maybe next week, see how it goes. And if not, I'll just switch back to the original. It's all exactly the same. Quality is good. Excellent. Row the Evil. Hey, how are you doing? Is Tokyo very crowded during Golden Week? Probably yes. I would say probably very crowded. And most of Japan, especially popular tourist spots, would be very, very, very crowded, and day trips would be very crowded. Just basically because the Japanese public, they become domestic tourists and they do a lot of traveling around and moving around. So because of all the smartphone watchers, I like the old version more, but I am old for YouTube anyway. Okay, well, it's good. I appreciate hearing all of your comments, and obviously, so far, so for a vertical stream, the live chat takes up the bottom quarter of the screen, so the highlight message needs to be higher, about mid-screen. Okay, thank you, JJ. am gonna change that right now. You see, this is what it's all about. It's all about fixing things. So I'm just going to move this. Maybe if I put this here and I move myself down, oop, I'm there, oop, and I move myself down. Is that better? I think that should be a lot better now. With the other video style, the video would rotate with how you hold the phone. This one goes sideways if you turn your phone. It goes sideways if you turn your phone. I'm intrigued. So if I turn my phone, no, it stays exactly the same on my phone. It's literally supposed to be a vertical video, so it shouldn't change anything. It's set up. So no, it's a different look. Jim Ross, it is a different look. Thank you, Jim Ross. Hey, Star Jen, how are you doing? Nice to hear from you earlier on. To me, Golden Week in Tokyo, so many families have to leave, so the highways are packed. So let's see. I have found now that every time I mention to someone that I am planning my Japan trip, I get you must see this. You must go there. Everyone has an opinion. Yes, indeed. This is part of the problem with not the problem with Japan, but I've said this many times, and that is that it's you got to remember that this is your trip, which is why if you watch my Ninja Monkey how to plan a Tokyo trip or a Tokyo itinerary, I mentioned there that the best thing to do is to list things that you want to do in order of how you want of importance. That way, it will become your trip specifically rather than other people's. So if people start giving you suggestions, just start jotting them down, guys. Start jotting down as many suggestions as you want. But then when it comes to the fine details of actually traveling to Japan, my suggestion really is to start putting them in order of importance, maybe keeping to four, three, four, or five, maybe four on a day, realistically. And I've realized that this chair needs needs to be replaced because it's not very comfortable. Not very comfortable at all. Good morning, Jim Ross. I forgot you were in Japan. Thanks for being here. Don't get too excited about the vertical view. Some people on YouTube newbies and don't know what they're doing. I mean, like I said, I am. I'm happy to experiment with things. I think that's the beauty of YouTube. I think the beauty of YouTube is that you should experiment with things and try different formats out and try what people are see what people like, what people don't like. Ultimately, you're gonna be the deciding factor here, not me. It's gonna be the views and the if I reach a new audience or not, basically. But I won't be able to do that, I think, in one specific stream. So bear with me for at least 2 or 3 streams and see. Definitely, I do, however, think that this would be a much better format for when I am outside, like live streaming in real life, walking around Japan. It's more comfortable to walk around with. Have you been to Ishigaki? In fact, I have not been to Ishigaki, but I will be in Ishigaki at the end of July. I have my flights, I have my hotels, I have everything sorted, and I will be in Ishigaki in Okinawa, and I am incredibly excited. So I will be filming, obviously, and I will probably put some kind of guide or opinion piece about Ishigaki, but you'd have to probably wait till till the autumn to see it, or at least till the end of August or the beginning of September to see anything from my summer trip. Thank you. That's good at the top. Thank you. Yeah, I think it works okay like that too. Uh, the image is sideways. I still don't understand Bojo Pigeon. Sorry. Um, if I can help, or if somebody else can help in the chat, that I would appreciate it. I have started my list by city. Okay, yeah, that's a great way to do it. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Um, YouTube wants to appeal to the TikTok generation, but you know what the really funny thing is, guys? That I received this. This is the hilarious thing. I received a email from TikTok randomly, not even to my. Basically, my thinking is that TikTok has been watching my videos on YouTube, or there's some kind of somebody who's in charge of trying to poach people. They sent me an email to my Ninja Monkey email address that's on my YouTube account, not the one that I have for Happy Gaijin on TikTok. And they basically said, hey, like, we want to invite you to a special program where normally you need to have 10,000 or 100,000 followers, but we want you to post videos that are over 1 minute long and horizontal. So yeah, so that is the irony, right? It's like everything in reverse. I'm not getting as lost as it seems like Google Maps has finally realized I'm here. Yay! Awesome. I'm glad, Jim, that you're not getting as lost. Obviously, it also means that you're getting your bearings. You're starting to know where things are. You're starting to know how to navigate with Google Maps, which is always great too. Yeah. My phone sideways splits the screen and put the chat to the right with more room to view. I guess it just depends on the YouTube app on each phone, right? So California is much more beautiful to me than Japan. I'm sure California is very beautiful too. But and you know what, and there are so many places around the world that are very, very, very beautiful. I've traveled across the world, and one of the most beautiful places that I ever went to was the Phi Phi Islands in Thailand. I mean, sitting on those beaches and looking out into the ocean with those islands, floating islands far in the distance, that was like a dream. I've never seen anything as beautiful as that. But I think I've been thinking a lot about some of the comments that you've been writing in my videos about, like, why would people want to go to Japan, like, blah 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 blah, but I think you're forgetting another side to Japan. Japan isn't just about the sights. It isn't just about the beauty or the natural beauty. A lot of the appeal of Japan is, one, how different it is. Two, how accessible everything is. The public transport being so much higher in quality and punctuality, etc., and ease of use compared to most other countries. The people who are usually very, very helpful, and all of those things, that the different type of culture, all of those things combined create a very unique thing for Japan. For example, in the States, you go to America, you go to Europe, you go to many countries around the world, even in Asia, including I've been to Vietnam, I've been to Cambodia, I've been to Thailand, and even Korea to a certain point have very much been westernized, and they target a lot of things towards a Western audience. And I feel that Japan remains a country that sits on its own right, trying to keep to its own culture, and that is the appeal. If you want to go to many other countries around and basically get the same similar sort of culture, you know, and I know that the States and I know that the UK are different in cultures, but they're fundamentally very similar, and that is the thing that you miss, that you don't realize. Because if you are Japanese, I haven't established if you're Japanese or not. I know that it's maybe you were born there, or maybe you've lived there in the past, but if you have been lived a long time in Japan, or if you're Japanese, that's something that you might never understand. Um, that is one of the main things about Japan. It's not just about the sights. It's not just about the beautiful country. It's a lot more. It's the layers that make traveling so enjoyable and so different. And I hope, I don't know, I've tried to put that into an easy to digest, you know, off the top of my head way of explaining what I think Japan is and how it goes beyond. TikTok, don't go to the dark side. Please stay here. Oh, dude, I'm staying here, man. Believe you me, I love YouTube. I love what I do here. I do have the Happy Guide on TikTok already, which basically is whatever shorts I put on YouTube, I put on TikTok. Why not? Hey, have you ever had issues with electrical items that you have taken to Japan? Wife is concerned about her straighteners breaking. Thank you. Um, it all depends on the where you're from, obviously, and it depends on the voltage of the appliance. Usually, I've never had any problems from the United Kingdom to Japan using an adapter. I've never had that. The only thing is that I think that the voltage is a little bit lower, which means that things do actually charge a little bit slower, but nothing substantial. I'm not an electrician. Now, um, I've never had any problems from the UK, basically using adapters. Jim says, I'm staying in Shinjuku and my language school is in Ikebukuro, so haven't left Tokyo on this trip yet. Oh, okay. When are you leaving Tokyo? Are you leaving Tokyo? The people in Japan. Yes, Japan Ichiban. I think you would probably agree with everything that I've said, and you'd probably be able to add a few more things. But sometimes, when you're streaming, you try to say things off the top of your head. It's actually quite a difficult thing to do. Last year, when I flew to and from Japan from LA, there was so much greenery and snow-capped mountains in California because of the rain. Wow, looking forward to seeing it again soon. Nice, nice, nice. Ease of use. Dealing with Japan government bureaucracy is hell on earth with ridiculous rules. I mean, like I said, if you're a tourist, it's not hell on earth. Actually, it's the opposite. People really go out of the way to make sure that you try to understand things and get things right. But I can imagine that if you're somebody from the country, or somebody who's lived there for a very long time, and are you Japanese? Towada, I'm trying to establish whether you are Japanese or not. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but Towada always has relatively interesting suggestions. So, well said, Nathan. Thank you, John and Peggy. Yeah, because it's a truth. It goes so far beyond beyond just the sights, you know? I mean, I would go as far as saying that somebody going to Kyoto for the first time and only sticking to Kyoto and only going to the tourist sites might end up if they only had this narrow-minded view of, from a tourist hopping from site to site sort of view. Yeah, they might be beautiful, but the crowds, oh my goodness, you might come back with not the most positive experience. But now, if you tap into everything else that Japan has to offer, then all those extra layers that makes Japan Japan, it's different. Sure, my wife takes her hair straighteners and she has zero issues. We're from the UK. There you go. Japanese Japan giving us a great answer, considering that I don't use straighteners. The immigration issues in America is turning the USA into hell on earth. Is it? Interesting. It's so stupid in Japan. In Tokyo, it's 50 hertz, and in Osaka, it's 60 hertz. Yeah, that doesn't really make much difference when it comes to the electrical. It makes a big difference when it comes to filming and when it comes to lights, specifically flickering. So one thing that you need to remember, and you are right, 100%, and it's really annoying. Probably one of the most annoying things. Maybe I'm making a video about annoying things. Maybe I add that one to Wada. Thanks for the reminder. Um, but yeah, one of the things that you need to understand is that half of Japan is at 60 PAL, sorry, NTSC, and the other half is in 50, which is PAL, the same as Europe. And if you're filming, specifically filming, and a lot of people do film, you need to change from PAL to NTSC depending on the area that you're traveling around, or else that you get the flickering lights that really can spoil the video. You know those flickering lights that I'm talking about? That's as a result of your frame rate being different to the hertz of the frame rate basically of the lights. So you need to sort of match them so that they don't appear. Are you subscribed to the second channel or the first channel, which is Ninja Monkey Guy? I'm sure that you are. I've just put out a short out there. I don't know if anybody managed to see that short, but funny that I mean I was expecting it to do well because it is obviously a Taylor Swift short, but I posted it like an hour ago, a little bit over an hour, and it has 1.5 thousand views. 2 hours and 20 minutes. 1.5 thousand views. And for comparison, my best my best performing video before that had 298 views in the same time frame. I mean, I did know that it was going to do well. I just didn't think it was going to do as well as that. I do think that I make a fool of myself. My intention is not to make fun of Taylor Swift at all. I have a lot of respect for that woman, as a musician and also as a creator. But regardless of what people think of her music, um, I just saw that little clip where she specifically mentions that one of her favorite things is going to perform in Tokyo. And that was like, whoa, this woman, she obviously loves Japan. I mean, who doesn't? And I got that little clip and I tried to reproduce it. Cringe. I watched it 3 or 4 times before posting it, thinking, is this too cringe? But I thought, screw it. I like the US also. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the US. I would go back for sure. Mine at ease. You see, Tawada can give us some of the nice places that we can also visit. Um, 13 days until back in Tokyo. Ninth trip back in Tokyo this trip. Cool. 13 days is nothing. Very soon. And a very seasoned traveler as Japanese Japan, which is an excellent time for you. Maybe I'm gonna just zoom myself in a bit so I can sit back. Ooh, there we go. It's an excellent time for sorry, I was going to say it's an excellent addition to our Discord community. We have a season. It's good to have seasoned travelers on the Discord community who can give advice and answer questions for those who are traveling specifically for the first time. I want to go back to Kyoto, but also visit Shikoku. Shikoku is amazing. I recommend 100%. If you can rent a car, probably best if you can. Robberies, mugging, shoplifting, house invasions, don't come to the USA, please. Well, hopefully, if I do, I won't have to experience any of those things. Japanese Journey. What did you see? You saw it? You saw what? Oh, you saw the the Taylor Swift. It's so cringe, dudes. Guys, girls, and ladies and gentlemen, I present you the literally the most cringe short I have ever created. People make or break everywhere, everywhere. Government and bureaucracy is bad everywhere. Yes, that is true. The problem is people. The last one I saw was a gorilla one. Yeah, I've been playing around a little bit with different styles of shorts. See what works best, what doesn't work. Like I said, it's important to experiment, to see, to change things slightly, see how an audience reacts to it, see how YouTube reacts to it, and move from there. Which is why I'm experimenting with this vertical stream here, and also it's why I'm going to be keeping that Sunday question and answer stream the way it is for the time being, at least for the next few weeks, um, before I have any guests on. Confirmed, Nathan is a Swifty. There's nothing wrong with being a Swifty. I think that if you're on the internet and you're not a Swifty, if you're on YouTube and you're not a Swifty, you are cancelled. Okay, it just got another view. Thank you, Stephen. What did you think, guys? Put Taylor Swift on every video and you'll have thousands of new subscribers. Yeah, but I think they'll be a bit disappointed with my content. At least that one I had. Man with no life, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Awesome. Have I been to Australia? I have not been to Australia. I would love to go to Australia. I have not been to Australia. And one little thing, can we please like this stream? And if you're watching and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the stream. Much appreciated. I'm just checking here because I do get occasional messages and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Woo. Keep going to Japan. Thank you. I will. I will. You're starting to sound like Tawada, but about the USA. Me driving on the left after not driving on the right side for the 10 years. Poor Japanese drivers around me. I mean, you could try. Yeah, Japanese Japan. Have you ever driven in Japan? Hmm. Hey, Frog Lady. Hello from the land of verticality. Verticality. Trying out a little bit of a different view here. Um, at work, so we'll only be listening. Man with no life, no problem. Thanks for listening. Logos Run! Hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Frog Lady is indeed in the house. Is indeed in the house. The truth is, no one, no. The only time I've seen the vertical view work good is for ladies doing try on holes. Okay, I could do a try on hole if if you want. But yeah. Oh, and I have a Tokyo banana here, which should fit the whole vertical screen now. Isn't that cool? Actually, that's pretty cool. Look, a whole Tokyo banana for you. It's a little bit frozen, and I've calculated that I pretty much have enough frozen Tokyo bananas to last me till my trip, more or less, which is in about 4 weeks' time, just under 4 weeks' time. I believe in 4 weeks' time I will be flying or I will be making my way that way. Please don't do any try on holds. Okay, I won't. I won't. Tokyo banana makes me very happy. And it's slightly frozen, which isn't a bad thing. This is what it looks like, by the way. My nails are so horrible. Let me hide them. Yes, I need to stop eating my nails, or like, I itadakimasu, everyone. Mm. Ooh. Mm. It's like ice cream. Frog Lady! Thank you so much, Frog Lady. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to because it's a vertical video. I hadn't thought about this. Usually I have it on the computer, right? Mm. Maybe I can add a text here. Let's see. Add some text. Mm. Oh, where is it? Mm. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to figure it out. Mm. Oh, I'm gonna put it. I don't know. It doesn't let me do an emoji. Damn it! Why doesn't it let me do an emoji? Ah, just do frog lady. Frog lady. Thank you for your support. I'm just gonna put you up here for now. I don't know if that works or not. But arigatou gozaimasu. Banana. Tokyo bananas are not available everywhere. They're available in certain shops. Usually, they're available in near train stations or in train stations normally, and in Tokyo. You want the green light? Okay, let me see if I can do this. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Guys, I am so not prepared. You know what? I was so focused on getting the vertical video ready that I haven't even got the light plugged in. But I think, oops, I can plug it in, and I can give you a green light. Ah, because that was quite cool. I like the green light. Plug it in. What's happening? Is it okay? Ah, right. Green light. Let's experiment. Let me try and put a green light for you. Let me try and put a green light for you. With the app, see if it connects. Let me just turn off this light so that we can see it a bit better. Ah, well, is that green enough, guys? It's as what? I want it green. Okay, it's as green as it's gonna go for now. Oh, bother. Stay green. All right. That's as green as it's gonna go for now. Sorry. I tried. Japan, Japan, Ichiban. Thank you so much. Happy to stick to the green light. Awesome. Let me just add JJI to the mix. By the way, if you haven't followed Japan Japan Ichiban YouTube channel, you need to go and please Japan Japan Ichiban put the link to your channel. He's been doing some really chill, super chill walking videos around Tokyo specifically recently, which I've really been enjoying apart from when they take ages to go 4K and I have to wait because I'm like I wait and then I watch it. Usually I just play it in the background whilst I'm writing a script or whilst I'm doing something YouTubey. I have it in the background. It's really chill, like super chill actually. Like yeah, I love it. Makes me wish I was there. Makes me feel like I'm there actually a lot of the time. So arigato, thanks. Hmm. Japan Japan Ichiban, have to have get him a digital T-shirt where he can write names on. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh my God, guys, that would be epic. A digital T-shirt. No, I think I'll figure it out. I mean, if we continue with this format where we do it vertical, we'll see. You know, only one night. Welcome to the land of verticality. We are here. How do the bananas survive the flight home? How do you pack them? Oh, that's a very good question, Mark. How do I pack them? Very easy. I take them all, unless they're gifts. Sometimes I buy gift and they come in box. I just put them in the suitcase. And if they are for me, I take them out of the box and I just mix them in with my clothes. And then when I get home, they have a very short shelf life. Usually, it can be a week sometimes, a very short shelf life. And look, depending on the shelf life, I just put them in the freezer when I get home, and then I take them out when as and when I need, basically. Ninja Monkey fans only, not Ninja Monkey only fans, right? Tokyo Banana seems so not Japanese. Itokiri mochi from Shiga Prefecture seems so actually yummy and really Japan. I love mochi. I love mochi with red bean inside. I have some in my kitchen that I brought back from Japan. But, this does a trick for me sometimes. Hello, I am Japanese. Do you live in Japan? I don't live in Japan, but I travel to Japan very often, and I'm always looking to make friends with Japanese people, especially if they can show me some cool things for that it maybe could be made into YouTube videos. Are those special effects working with a vertical screen? Ooh, I would have to set it up. I would have to set it up. Can I even set it up? I know what you're talking about. The fireworks, and stuff. Yes, I should be able to set it up. Let me see if I can add it. What was it called? It was confetti. No? Obviously not. The answer is no, it's not working. It's supposed to. These are all things that that I really need to experiment with, really. No, doesn't seem to like it. Oh well, we tried. I'll have to play it, play around with it. Vertical video is really bad for a stream with chats. Half the screen is covered by the keyboard, the other half is covered by the chat. Not good, not a good experience. Well, thank you, Special Ed. I mean, I am definitely up for knowing what you guys feel. And like I said, ultimately, you are the deciders, not me. I want to experiment and want to see how it goes. Maybe this is something that I should be doing more when I am actually like walking around Japan, rather than trying to read comments. I totally understand. If I look at the YouTube app, and I'm just gonna check now, and I try to write something. Yeah, I know what you mean. Basically, when you're typing, it takes up the whole screen. So that's a very good point. Point taken, and maybe a very important factor, a decisive factor, maybe there. I do listen to you guys, guy. Like I do appreciate everything that you have to say. Yeah, I do mean it. Japan, Japan, Ichiban. I mean, I've got quite a few videos that I've filmed in the past that were meant to go on my channel, but I never did. Very similar style. That maybe I'll just share on Patreon. For the future. The shows are very nice. Check out the video. Let's see if we can help Japan, Japan, Ichiban hit 300 subscribers in the next week. I have a problem with your vertical view. I'm at work and watching on my phone, so if I turn it sideways, it doesn't change, so I can't see the like button. Okay. I think the jury is speaking, has spoken, and maybe vertical is not the way to go when it comes to this style, specifically this style. Um, but like I said, I wanted to try it out, and here we are. Can I sellotape an iPad to my shirt? Probably. YouTube Japan walk around vids are great for a Japan fix. They are. In the top right of your YouTube app, there's a three dots. If you press, it shows the like button. Oh, there you go. Japan, Japan, Ichiban already figured that one out. In fact, we have 23 viewers, or 27 viewers actually, and we have 11 likes, guys. There's there's like 16 people who don't like the video. You don't have to like if you don't want to. What tech equipment do you take to your Japan trips? Oh boy, maybe I should do a video about that. I take so much stuff. It's really is ridiculous. I take my laptop with me. I take portable SSD cards. Sorry, portable solid state drives, just in case I run out of space. I take my vlogging camera. I take my main camera. I take a range of SD cards. I take my microphones and cables, etc. And I take my tripod. Yeah, that's about it. It's a lot of stuff, really. Oh, and my 360 camera for when I do use it. You figured out the like button. Awesome. Thank you. I've been to Nagasaki. Nagasaki is a really interesting city that I totally recommend you check out. On Android, when you type, it pushes up the keyboard at the bottom so you don't miss the text in the chat. Yeah, free Android will be great. I think it can be done. Definitely can be done. Just I'll mention it on the Sunday stream. Yeah. I appreciate trying new stuff, but the vertical video stuff isn't going to work for me except when I'm not working and able to watch on desktop. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the jury has spoken. I'm very happy to do what people want. You know, not understanding the issue with this format is working perfectly fine for me. Mark, I think that some people who want to type and ask questions. When they type, it does actually take up the keyboard comes up, and the chat sort of like takes over, takes over like the screen. So I can understand it being a bit annoying. We don't mind it using the phone to message and watching on TV. Okay. Hey, watching on TV, awesome, cool. Nice. Yay! Sub to Japan, Japan Ichiban. You see? It works, Japan, Japan Ichiban. Support is real. The support is real. Um, yeah, I wanna talk to you about your videos at one point. I've been trying to get hold of you, but you've been so busy. Because I think you can improve certain little things to get more coverage, more views, more eyeballs on your videos. Stopped working just for clicking like. Thank you, dude. I mean, who needs an excuse to stop working, right? Guys, this Wednesday stream is always a chill stream. It's, yeah, I answer questions, but it's not like the Sunday one. The Sunday one was a little bit, the Sunday one is a good stream because there's so many questions and they're so useful questions, but I need to figure out a way to navigate the questions a little bit better. Obviously, I'm also learning. There's so many people, there's 100 people on the chat. I want to try to get to everyone, but I think that I need to try and start going for searching, skimming through questions that are a little bit more unique rather than questions that I've answered a million times before. Heading to Toba Agobe in the Mie Prefecture for my 10th anniversary Japan trip. Looks beautiful there. Fly fishing options everywhere. Oh yeah, I remember that you mentioned that you love fly fishing. Very cool, very interesting. I've never been into fishing. Can't wait for the Okinawa stream. I can't wait for the Okinawa anything. Everything Okinawa. Many questions in Nagasaki and also Sakai. It is really interesting. Yeah, I went to the cathedral there in Nagasaki. It was a very interesting city. I really, really like that city. 20 days till I'm there. I think it's 30 days for me, or 20, or maybe 29 days for me now. Oh my God, Froggy, I'm so jealous. I've only been back 2 weeks and it feels like ages ago now. I know it's crazy how time flies. I honestly, it feels like you were there yesterday, but really it's been like, yeah, wow. Time is flying. Yeah, obviously I don't have any music on this vertical stream. There's definitely things missing, but hey. Thursday morning coffee here in Australia. Nice. As if anybody didn't watch my last vlog, did you all watch my vlog, the one on this channel, the Happy Gaijin? Um, what did you think of the format? A little bit more rough around the edges, a little bit more me, a little bit more rough around the edges, really. Where I go and I find the gorilla and I go to the Lucky Cat shrine, um and I have an amazing coffee. That place, that coffee, you saw how happy I was with that coffee, right? Everyone, to learn about Japan, maybe Tale of Genji Kojoki. For me, right now, Flowers of Perfumery by Dazai Osamu. Okay, interesting. 35 for you. Ooh. 35. Feels like I need to go every other month so I don't miss out on Japan. That's why I pretty much go every other month, more or less. Just go for 6 months straight with the new visa option. Or that, or you could do that, obviously. Ooh, there you go. Frog Lady is in the same camp as Tawada. Kampai. I'm intrigued to see how that how the Taylor Swift short is doing. It was 1.5K a few minutes ago when I mentioned it. Where is it at now? 1.8K with a few comments. Nice. Not a lot of Swifty comments though. Going to Japan in March for the first time. Nice. Well, March is like 2 days ago, isn't it? 2 days to go. 1 day to go. 2 days to go. Yeah, in 2 days it's March. So basically, you're going very soon. In fact, that gives me a question for you, Nathan. If you could go for 6 months in a straight run, would you go January to June or some other combination? That's a good question. I think I would go. I wouldn't go January to June, I don't think. I think I would probably go November to April. November to April. That way you'd get the autumn leaves and the sakura flowers. Yeah? And I think, and you've experienced Japan in February for the first time. I think it was the first time you've been in Japan in the winter, right? Japan, Ichiban. And I actually think that winter in Japan is a great time to go. Um, I really enjoyed and enjoy every time I go back in winter. Now I'm really paying close attention to the next Sakura forecast, just because the next Sakura forecast will be the sixth Sakura forecast. Last year, the sixth Sakura forecast was the forecast that was able to finally lock in more or less within 2 days the dates of the blossoms. So I'm looking forward to that. If you are a digital nomad like me, you can work from Japan for 6 months visa. That's amazing, right? 1 day for Australia. Yeah, November to April. You see, I think November to April would be really nice. Although at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I know that summer is freaking hot and all that craziness to do with summer, but but I have to say I do love the festivals in summer. But I still think November to April would be good. For me, 3 months in Japan, back to Australia for 3 months, and on ever cycling rotation. I mean, I don't quite do that, but I nearly do that in a way. I travel to Japan in the summer for about 6 weeks, and then about 10 weeks later, I go for a week or so, and then 10 weeks later, I go for another week or so, and so forth. Winter is nice, and the weather is usually crisp, and the views of Fuji are usually among some of the best. But regardless of the season, there's never enough time for anything. Yes, that sounds awesome. I could do that for November to April. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. November to April. Tokyo Marathon this Saturday, Sunday. Who's watching? I don't usually watch marathons. A friend of mine actually runs the Tokyo Marathon usually. November to April would be my choice too. Yeah, 3 months in, 3 months out. Wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. I think cherry blossoms are annoying. Lotus blossoms are sacred and the most beautiful. Lotus blossoms are very beautiful. You usually see them in the summer in Japan. Oop. Can't do that now because of your wife. You'll be missing your wife, of course. you've been missing your wife because you got a you. If I remember right, you got a dog, which your wife now takes care of. It always blooms for my birthday, so you can't go wrong with the 23rd of March for Sakura. Interestingly, well, this time round, they're expecting the Sakura to only just start blooming on that day, but for the full bloom, which is the best time really to see it, to be on the 28th of March. So not far off, really. Ooh. I might go to watch Demon Slayer in the cinema on Friday. Happy Science sounds like a Happy Gaijin style like group. Happy Science, Happy Gaijin. And one day we will find a Happy Towada. Yeah, of course, Frog Lady. I've always told people, people who have the time and want to go to specifically for Sakura, I think that arriving around the 20th or maybe even earlier, the 18th or so of March, and staying for 3 weeks would guarantee you blossoms pretty much. So you're clever. March appears to be popular birthday month here. Wow. Well, mine is in July. I wonder how many more people here have their birthdays in July. Happy Tawada. Start a channel called Happy Tawada. Yeah, my birthday is in July, and I wonder how many of you also have birthdays in July. I think you'd be, I mean, I think on the 23rd, on your birthday, there will be some blooms, but I don't think it will be so noticeable. I think that they expect on the 20th on the 23rd, which I think is a day that they've specifically said. Is it 23rd? Around that time. Anyway, when they announced the blooming forecasts, the blooming forecasts, um, usually the first forecast date, it's a minimum of three flowers open on a tree. And so that's not a lot really. But definitely think they do once they start blooming very fast, and within a few days they're all out. Many colleagues with birthdays in March. Ooh, there's a new Shogun miniseries. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I just don't have time, Jim. This is the thing with YouTube. Like if you want to edit, you cannot be watching other stuff, unfortunately. March here. Japan is in June. Japan in June. Um, Nathan, do you think there will be a problem taking one of those weekly pill box thingies for medication? Too many bottles to try to take? Trying to only do the carry on and personal items. Any thoughts? I don't think there should be any problems. Um, in general, you are allowed to take up to a month's supply of medication unless they fall within a specific range of medications where then you would have to have a like a permission. Um, you'd have to apply for them. So depending on the type of medication, really, I'm not sure which ones are not. Jim Ross on the 10th. Cool. Uh, what originally for your interest in visiting Japan for the first time. Um, I think I've asked. It's been asked quite a few times. Funny story. The real reason I've wanted to go to Japan for a while, just because it's Japan, nothing specific. It looked like an interesting country. I was into anime, specifically Dragon Ball, when I was a kid, and some other animes. But that wasn't really the reason. The main reason was that some of my friends went to Japan. They invited me, but I couldn't go, or they asked me and I couldn't go. And they went, and when they came back and they showed me the photos and they were all talking about it, I had FOMO. You know, FOMO, fear of missing out, and that was what sparked my adventure wanting to go to Japan. And when I went to Japan, I just fell in love with the country. Um, I am a FOMO sort of person. I was in London with some friends, and Star Jen. I don't know if she's watching right now, but they were in. We went to a store, and everybody was picking out some chocolates, and I had to ask, is everybody getting a chocolate? Because if everybody's getting a chocolate, then I need to get a chocolate. I need to get a chocolate because I have this fear of missing out thingy, But I think Stargen didn't get a chocolate after all, so I was okay. So, as long as she didn't have a chocolate, I was okay. I could live without the chocolate. You've learned something new about me. Nishad, hey, hi. At the moment, first bloom 3 hours, March the 17th. There you go. But we'll wait and see. Ooh, I was checking. The best Sakura forecast is always the actually at the moment it's March the 21st. The fifth Sakura forecast puts the Tokyo at the 21st. So Tokyo forecasting flowering date the 21st, full bloom on the 28th. Last year it was really early. It was like the 17th or something. So we'll see. And it's really interesting. In Tokyo, the growth level is already at 45%. So it's really is quite an interesting website. The official um, Japan, meteorological agency. They have an actual proper thing there, which is very interesting, I think. Anyway, let's see. Where have the questions gone? I had the questions here a minute ago. Ooh. Oh, here we go. I had to apply for requesting to bring medication. Oh, there you go. It started on the 27th. First two episodes dropped. I think it's on Disney Plus in the UK. Ooh, cool. I might check that out this evening and actually relax. I went for a jog before that. I've started jogging again. And before this stream, I went for a jog. They that is a fact also in terms of not bringing the original bottle might cause you a problem. I'm buying the Hakone free pass, but not sure which one to purchase. The free Hakone pass with round trips for 6,100 yen, or without the round trip for 5,000 yen and purchase separate romance car round trip. I don't think it makes a difference other than your preference, to be honest. What is your preference there? If you specifically want to go on the romance car, I mean, we're talking about 1,100 yen difference. So it's not like the biggest difference, really. So had it been like a difference of 3,000, 4,000 yen, then it would require a lot more thought, personally. Astro Boy anime series, cool. Yeah, Astro Boy is pretty cool. I unpacked my aspirin complex because it had I can't even say that. And this is forbidden, I was told. Okay, there you go. Gazumi, there might be other Tokyo forecasts predicting March the 17th as a first bloom. I would love to see them because I can assure you that the government meteorological forecast is the one that everyone pretty much goes by, and there are lots of websites, for example, random websites that have nothing to do with Japan, or that are tourist websites that put the most random dates. But I am interested to see where you're getting that information from, because I have not seen anything as early as that, as early as the 17th. Um, there will be an update later on this week. It could drop, but we'll see. I mean, I'm expecting it to drop by 2 or 3 days. So if it's the 23rd, maybe the 20th, something like that. Back in the clay live stream yesterday, there was just one blossom tree in bloom. Hmm? There was just one cherry blossom tree in bloom. Or was it a plum blossom? The plum blossoms are now blooming, and there's also a different type of cherry blossom that blooms at the end of February, usually around what area? Like the Isa Peninsula area. There's a famous like winter cherry blossom that blooms. Yeah, Gazumi just posted on the Discord for me, send me a message. But I'm searching here like Sakura forecast 2024 Tokyo, and the official ones all state the um, the 21st of March. And if I try to search by the last um I mean Tribus is the official. And don't forget, you need to look at the fifth forecast, because when it comes to not all the varieties of sakura bloom at the same time. If you miss the first bloom or peak, you might still find some trees blooming before or after. I even saw sakura on the 12th of January. Yes, indeed. But the main spectacle, I mean the main wow, like you like even when I went in December, there were some trees, some random trees. In February in the past there have been random trees, and you can take some nice photos, but that's no different to my country. I get random trees with flowers and random trees, random beautiful trees with flowering where I live. But the main spectacle, which is basically the flowering moment where everything is pretty much covered in sakura. That's what I'm talking about. But you are right. You are right. You can get to see them. My favorite, Nishad Jan. Um, I saw these purple flowers that were dangling. Where do you see that? Oh, that's the wisteria. Okay, that would be in Ashikaga, which has a very famous wisteria park. But my favorite tree is not the sakura tree. My favorite tree, and we have them here, but we just don't have enough of them. My favorite is the. I'm gonna write it so you can search it up. Maybe I can find a picture. Run. It's so much nicer than the cherry blossom. I'll let you be the. You can be the judge of whether or not These are, I'll show you some pictures. Um, so the first one is, oh, why can't I? Where is it? There. So this is a jacaranda tree. Check these out, right? Very, very, very beautiful, I would say. And I'll show you like some close-ups, some pretty spectacular images. Ooh, there we go. This is another image. Ooh, I'm going to show you. Pretty spectacular, right? So yeah, that's my favorite tree. A bit off the topic. I don't believe they flower in Japan, but one of the things that I like about that specific tree is that they last much longer than just the 5 days or whatever, you know. So they last much longer than a few days. We have jacaranda trees everywhere. Yeah, we have loads of jacaranda trees here in the Mediterranean too. Um, Avenues and stuff like that. Yeah, the jacaranda trees are incredibly beautiful. Incredibly. Does not tolerate the cold well. That's why they I guess that's why they live here in the Mediterranean. And probably Japan is way too cold in the winter. Oh, in LA also cool. Very pretty. It is very pretty, and I recommend, like for example, cities in the south of Spain, like Seville, they have avenues of these trees, and then they have avenues of oranges, like in the city. It's really really pretty, and yeah. Oh my God, when can and where can I see this? Loads of places around the world. During my Tokyo visit, 13 days time, yay! I'm going to finally get over to Shibamata to see the Tora-san Museum and the quoted as best dagashi in Japan with a retro games museum on second floor. Anyone been? No, I've been to Shibamata, but I haven't been specifically there. Ooh, they flower in Miyazaki. Interesting. Interesting. Um, Very interesting indeed. Thanks for that little bit of information. Guys, I'm going to start ending the stream. Usually I stream for about an hour. Streamed a little bit longer due to the technical difficulties at the very beginning. Your voices have been loud and clear when it comes regarding the format, the verticality of the stream, and I'll decide and see what happens moving forward. But I am gonna say good night, and I will see you all on Sunday stream. Please check out my latest videos, not just here, but also on Ninja Monkey. Don't forget to leave likes and comments because comments actually mean a lot. Even if it's just an emoji, a thumbs up emoji as a comment would mean a lot. I'm going to say good night. Um, Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for those of you who have supported me, Japan, Frog Lady, with your donations. Much appreciated. And I'll see you all soon. Take care. Now I need to figure out how to stop